Hello friends, this is Ganesh and video number 36 on ABAP. This is the continuation of model pool programming, and in this session I'm going to explain a screen component called table control. It is very simple concept and very interesting concept, and we have a wizard, so the creation or designing a table control also is very simple. So table control is nothing but it's a kind of a representation of your internal table. So you have an internal table programmatically. So now I'm going to display the internal table content in a table format. So that is nothing but a table control. So here you can display your data as read only, or you can give an option to the user to modify your internal table content, depends on the business need. And you can play around with your table control, like user can add the information, add the data, delete the data, or you can keep some rows, or in read only mode only some rows or some columns. So these are basic requirement of if you start using the table control concept. Okay, let's get into the slide first. So table control is nothing but just a front end screen for your internal table data. So it's going to be, you have 5 fields or 10 fields, and you can have 1,000 records. So those, the user going to see those records and they're going to modify it. Okay. And then you have an option same like tab strips. You have manual and wizard, and I prefer to go with wizard because tab strip, you need to understand the concept of button and then subscreen area and those things. But here table control is just a table, and we are going to map with our internal table data. That's it. So I prefer go with the wizard. And the control is table view. For tab strip also we used a new keyword called controls for declaration. Here also we're going to use the controls, and here we are going to use table view. In the previous one we used tab strips. Here is table view, and addition we need some screen number, which screen number it belongs to. So that is the continuation of the statement table view. And then data manipulation. So it's like you need an additional field in the internal table to receive the selected rows. Normally in any SAP transaction, standard transaction, you can see if you want to modify any items or any row, you have to select it and you have to give slave most of the things. Okay, because then only system recognize, okay, out of 10 user wants to modify only 2 records or 3 records. So to recognize, you need one field in your internal table. Suppose your internal table have 5 fields, and the 5 fields going to be displayed in a table control. Keep one additional field, especially we call it as flag, selection flag, or whatever it is. Keep one additional field to recognize which row is got selected. Okay. And PBO model to keep the data. Normally, mostly table control data is going to be populated before the screen pop-ups. So we should know what is a PBO model as we go with wizard concept. So the the PBO model, everything is created by the system. So we should understand which PBO model we need to write a code. And then looped screen is going to be used to modify your layout of your table control. So I want to disable one row, means read only, or I want to disable one column or particular cell. I want to do it based on some conditions. So everything we can do it using looped screen concept. So this is very familiar concept. I hope you've already used in many model pool programming. So we're going to make use of that for table control as well. Okay, that's it. Let me take you to the system. So first I will create a program, CGI table control. I create a table control only with the display mode. Okay, and then another screen I'm going to create a table control with editable mode. Okay, so the basic concept is table control is nothing but representation of an internal table. So before design a table control, make sure your internal table is declared. It doesn't have a content, it doesn't need a data. At least it should be declared in your program, so it's really easy to map it. So let me have like this begin of type purchase details. So I need EBLN, and I need and then works underscore D, and then I need a Matner. And additionally, you need one selection field. Anywhere you can keep it. It doesn't make any difference. So, but people used to keep at the first field. So even you can keep it here also. That will work. For example, I can say selection flag. It's going to be one character. It's fine. Just X. But people, it's advisable to keep this as the first field of your internal table. Okay, and then I need data work area type purchase, and then body of an internal table, purchase type table of purchase. That's it. Okay, so content will do it later because that needs to be done in PBO. Okay, so what is the end of? Okay, that's a spelling mistake. Okay, so make sure your program is active. And this is again, I'm using a report concept. So let's have the statement call screen 100, execute it. Yes, table control display, and go to layout. I'm going to use table control wizard concept. So here it's a table control manual and this is a table control wizard. Just select it and keep it. Okay, so it starts working on it. It's the same like a tab strip wizard. Continue, give all the proper information. So table control display, name of the entire table control, and click continue. Here, if you want to do it in a dictionary table, but I don't want that. I want from my internal table. So just select it, and the table work area also be declared. Press F4. Yeah, it's coming here, and click continue. And then which fields you want to be display in your screen. So I want Evelyn, works, Matner, everything except the selection flag, because selection flag is, I don't want to display this. So whenever the user is selected, then it needs to be updated in the backend. So it's only for programmatically needed, not for the user interface. So just keep the selection flag not selected. Okay, the first scenario, I don't want selection flag at all. So because I'm going to use only output only. And then this is here, I'm not going to select anything. The selection flag comes to this part, selection column field. So just leave it and click continue. And scroll bar is required. Yes, I want. Then select continue. And here it will ask where we have the program. This is because this is a wizard that needs to be created some modules like PBO, PI, and everything. So it automatically pick your program name. What are the program we have created? So same way. Otherwise, you can create and you can give that particular name. If you want to separate for include, separate for PBO and PI. This is a conclusion. What we have done is a conclusion. Same like tab strip wizard, and just click complete. So it will create and everything. And let me have exit button because I need to come out of the screen. So this is just normal exit button, and give the function code exit. Okay, element list, go back. Okay, save it, and I need a OK code here. OK code 100. Okay, save it again. Just go back to the program. So here it's automatically done all the information. There's a declaration. It's done here. It's mentioned very clearly. Declaration of table control and the name whatever we have given, and it gives type table view using screen 100. Which screen you have the table control, and everything is done with by the wizard. It's created all the PBO PI module. Let me go to the screen flow logic. Okay, it's not a class. Why you? Okay, it's a program. JITZ. Come on. Okay. Sometimes it works a little strange. Let me activate it. Then open it again. Or you can open AC80. Open it. Object list. Yeah, it's coming now. So go to screen. And this is the PBO and this is the PAI module. So this is it create based on your naming convention. So whatever name we given TC underscore display as the table control name, then it added a change table control attributes and your internal table. The internal table we have given as IT underscore purchase, that is in the loop, and inside the loop you have the another module also. So two PBO modules got created and they used chain and enchain. You might aware of what is the need of chain and enchain. If there is any error happens, we have to keep this particular field open for the input, user input. So for the chain and enchain, and one more PI module. If you record, you can create your own module also. For example, I want to create I want to create the user command 100 for my exit button. So I just make use of this, or you can still use the system generator PI module. Okay, so nothing much in PI. Okay, I need one concept in PI, like exit button. So let me go to PI module and data. Okay, code 100 type com if okay code 100 equal to exit leave program and if okay done, and then again back to screen. I need to write a code. So I need to write a code before the loop starts. Before the loop start, I need to fill the information. So don't use this module to fill the data. So better you go with either create your own PBO module or make use of this wizard created PBO module. So here I'm going to say select start from. I don't have patience to comma fields and everything, but don't use select star. EKPO into corresponding fields of table IT purchase. So better I do it. Okay, and another one, the reason behind the why the people are using the selection field depends on how you select it. Okay, how the information you selected over here, or you have to better use into corresponding fields of. So here I'm going to use one more option. If purchase my internal table is empty, then only fill it, because it will overwrite every time. If you press enter, the user select the values and press enter, what happens is enter is nothing but it's trying to do some actions or and automatically refresh the screens. So every refresh it execute the PBO module. So if there is no control over here, it automatically every time unnecessarily it pick the value from your database and fill it your internal table. It will overwrite your selection also. So to avoid that, I used IT purchases initial, then only fill the internal table from the database table. So that's it. Let me save it and activate all together. Sometimes screen might need activation individually. Let's see. IT purchase. Oh, sorry. Again. Activate. Purchase. What else? Anything? Incorrected. End if. So okay. Two end ifs. Okay. What else? Okay. I believe it's fine. Keep in display mode and try to activate altogether. Good. So make sure the screen also active. Yes. So here it's a executable program. So directly you can execute. You don't want any transaction. And this is your table control. Okay. So table control, and you have an exit button, and it's in display mode. So it doesn't need any selection currently because it's only for display, kind of read only. Okay. So the next one is I'm going to create a table control with editable option. I'm going to create a new program. The reason behind this, more than one table control, sometimes it will declare the same OK code or same function, same subroutine again and again. It will create some issues. So it is not required in the initial time. So once you're good with table control, you can have more than one table control also in your in the same program, or at least in the same screen. So here I can use next local object. Okay, this is another program call screen 200. You can have 100 or 200, that doesn't make any difference. Okay, before this I need one more, the declaration part. I just copy that because I'm going to use the same here. Okay, so call 200, double click, it will ask you to create the screen, layout, table control wizard, continue, name of your table control, let continue. So it's coming from my program internal. Okay, sorry, my program is not active. So if it is not active, it's not recognize the objects from your program. Let me go back, save, and activate it. Okay, now go to those screen, layout, table control by wizard, continue, TC edit, continue, internal table program. Okay, here it's IT purchase and table work area, WA purchase, and you click continue. It will ask the same thing. So don't select the selection flag field. And here I'm going to choose input control line selection column. So here you enter the name of the field from your internal table, and the selection is line selection is single or multiple. I will go with multiple. Allow the user to modify more than one row at a time, more than one record at a time. Just click continue. So here it is enabled because you selected as input selection. So insert and delete line you want, select and deselect buttons you want. So these are for these, or the wizard will automatically write the code. So that is the simplicity of table control wizard. And the same thing, which program you want to add everything in the same program. Just continue, and is the conclusion, and click complete. So now you can see it's editable, and here you can change the label also. If you want, you can change it, like purchase. Okay, just select it. It's look like a button kind of. Just select it and come here. You can add it. Plant. Okay. You have option to little. Okay, increase the size. Okay, using the black plus mark. Plant. So this one here. So you can just increase the size of your field, and these are automatically created. The next page, and then top page, means this is end of the page, top of the page, and next line it will go select, deselect, and add and delete the particular record. So this is here you can see the selection option also enabled. Okay, so for this the code is already written with the help of the wizard. And go to element list. Okay, let me have a exit button. Okay, so here it is. Okay, code 200 layout. Exit. PB2. And here exit. Okay, that's it. And remaining all same like the previous program. Go to the PBO, write the code to fill the internal table, purchase internal table. So go to flow logic. And one more option, if you keep the select field, selection field at the end, it'll easy to write the select query. Okay, you don't want to use corresponding fields of. So that is one advantage. So here, sorry, 1 second. Yeah, PBO, and this is the one edit change. Okay. So here I'm used select start from AKPO into corresponding fields of IT purchase, and make sure a small if condition, if IT purchase is empty, then only it needs to be filled. Okay, use this option, and I'm not sure what is happening. Okay, let me save this and reopen it. And click object list. Okay, activate the program altogether. Screen program. Okay, same mistake or different mistake? Okay, I think I just double clicked more than once and I didn't activate the program, so it not recognized it's got created. Okay, keep it in the display mode. Activate it. I got deleted, right? Okay, let me activate this program first. Strange. Let's see one more time. Okay. Okay, but once I double click, it asks me to create it again. That is the reason I said yes. I don't know what mistake I did. So let me delete it and go to the line number 34 where it's actually defined. It's correct because the wizard is almost is created and everything. So we don't want to create it. Let me add it and see. Okay. So this is the reason I actually created a new program. Otherwise, it shows that this kind of error. It's already created, already defined, and everything. Let's see. What is the next one? Okay, let me activate this. Activate. I'm sorry. There is a mistake in the table because it recognizes IT purchase is a work area, so it should be a table. Okay, almost I have cleared all the mistakes. Let's see. Yeah, it's done. And make sure the code the screen is active, so make sure the screen is active. Okay, is active. Just okay, one more I must exit button. And data, okay, code 200 type So you come if okay code 200 equal to exit leave program and if it's done. Okay, execute because this is a report program. So here you have a table control with multiple select option because I enter multiple, and there is an option to modify also 25. Okay, so this is a normal practice. We ask the user to select whatever the information, whatever row, which row you want to modify it, just select it and just maybe you can have save button, excuse me, or modify button, then it automatically get the information, and then we can go ahead with BAPI or whatever informations we need to update in the database table. Okay, so let's see how this records are getting selected, getting reflected in the internal table. So let me have a breakpoint in the user command PAI. Very nice. I think somewhere it's wrong. My exit button is not working. 38. So PI module user command 200. Okay, code exit, everything is fine. In the program level, screen level, see, screen is not active. Let's activate it. Execute, exit. Okay, that's fine. So now let me have a breakpoint in my PI module. So these are the code which is written by system for select all, delete, and everything. And okay, I'll show you that 1 second. Okay, let's keep the breakpoint here. Execute, and I'm going to select 1, 2, sorry, 1, 4, and 6, and sixth one. Let me change to material 2. Okay, then I have to press enter, or because I don't have any save button, some event to be triggered to reach the PAI module. So I'm pressing enter. Then it comes here. Now open your internal table, which is mapped with table control. So it has like 23,000 records, and here the selection flags, whatever records you selected, it's reflected in your select flag because this is mapped in the table control wizard. So that's why it shows X as well as whatever changes you have done, it automatically reflected in the internal table. Now the data is in your program, so you can do whatever you want. What you required based on these changes, based on that you can write your own code. Okay. Then another one is how to make some conditions here. Let me do one thing. Is there any plant? So F8. Okay, so all 1710. Okay, there is a breakpoint. So every event it comes here. Let me take out. Okay, all 1710. Okay, let me have a condition like I'm going to control, or I'm going to make the row as read only for the purchase order item as 3. Okay, so that is the condition I'm going to do it. So for that, first what I'm going to do is, let me go to screen and I'm going to gather everything into a group because I have 4 fields. Suppose entire row I want to disable, right? So I don't want to disable column 1, column 2, column 3. Suppose you have 25 columns, then it's very difficult. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make use of the screen attribute called group. Okay, so I'm going to group all the 4 columns. So don't go to this one, this is a text. Okay, you have to use this option, these 4 columns. Just double click, you will get a property window, then give a name in the group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. So group 1 I'm going to make use of this as G1 for all the 4 columns. Double click, and group 1 is G1, and here again plant group 1 and material group 1. Okay, that's it. Go to element and flow logic. So here, sorry, here you have to write the loop per screen in PBO, especially the module which is inside the loop, because inside the loop only we are going to, means inside the loop is nothing but it's going to take the record by record. So our decision also based on the record by record only. So write your loop per screen in this PBO module. If you write this in a PBO of here, means outside of your loop, it won't work. So just double click. You want to save? Yes. This is already generated. So here I'm going to write my loop at screen concept. So this loop at screen is going to work for based on a condition. So before that, let me complete the loop at screen. So loop at screen, if screen group 1 equal to G1, then screen input equal to 0, and if and modify screen. That's it. And this entire loop is going to work for the condition. What is the condition? And this is coming under the loop, right? If we go back, so here you can see it's coming under the loop, and every record is going to be captured in the work area which we declared in the program WA purchase. So make use of that. I'm going to write a condition here. If the what do you call purchase item as 30003, then only this condition should work. And if okay, act toward it, and let me act to it all together. I think better I go to screen. Yeah, it's active, it's fine. So go to program and execute it. So here you can see the purchase item with 3 is in display mode. I am not able to edit that. So others you are able to edit. So material 2, material 3. Okay. So this way you are able to disable or make one particular row as editable, no, sorry, non-editable mode. Same thing you can able to make it for one column also. Okay. And for that, what I'm going to do was, where is the code? PBO module, right? Let me go here. Okay, here it is. The same PBO module. I have some other condition. Suppose if purchase, I think it's going to okay, use the same concept, because I'm not sure what is the material and all. If it is 0004, then disable only the plant column. So here you have to change to name. And what is the name of the column? You have to go to screen, go to layout, and plant, right? So this one. So this is the name of the column. So purchase works. Go to flow logic, get into the module, and name equal to this. If that is the case, screen input is 0, modify, end loop, and if that's it. Activate it, then execute. So like this. So here it's more updated. The purchase order item is 4, then it disabled only the particular cell or particular column. Okay. So this is one of the scenarios. So depends on your scenario, you can make use of this looped screen, and with some conditions, just you can play around with your table control. And these are the code which they already written for addition. If you click add, it will come over here, because the cursor, where is the cursor? Before that, it automatically create one record for you. And suppose it creates an empty line here, and if you want delete, the user wants to delete the records, select it, delete, it delete the records, it automatically reflected in your internal table. Okay, so last page, first page, and one by one, line by line, and everything, select all, deselect all. So these are the codes are already written in the PAI module. In the screen flow logic, just come down and almost at the last. Okay, so before our user command module, so here it is PAI module. After the loop, just get into that, and there is a perform user OKTC, and here they return the code for each button. So if they insert, what needs to be done? If it is delete, what needs to be done? If it is P plus, like page, last page, first page, and bottom page, and everything for select all, reselect all, so mark and demark, this is the things. Okay, so these are the code which return automatically through table control wizard. Okay, so table control is very simple. Mostly the complex part would be the user requirement, so like disable, enable, read the information, and mostly those things only little complex, but logic wise we have to do much work, but design much is very simple and very easy. Just play around, and if you have any doubt, please let me know. Hopefully this is the end of module pool programming videos. So next, hope I'll just go with idoc. Let's see how it works. Thank you so much for your time, and see you in the next video. Bye.